I was given a book when I was a teenager called What Every Boy Should Know.
Oh, wow.
And my dad said, read that, you'll be fine.
Jade and Straney, now with Damien Leaf on Wave FM 96.5.
You know what the best thing about having a boy is?
What's that?
You don't have to give them that conversation that every parent loathes to have with their child.
Oh.
And, when you have kids, inevitably, at some stage, you are going to have the chat.
Yes. Oh, we've all been there. Huh?
We're talking about the birds and the bees. So when I found out that Henry was a boy, I was like, thank God! I don't have to do the talk this time because we've got 3 other girls, right? Yeah, so every time my husband's like, oh, that's you. No, you got to deal with that. That's you. You're a girl. They're girls. You sort that stuff out. Wow. That's your domain.
Jeez. Okay.
And so for the last, how long have we been together? For the last 10 years, he's just been sitting pretty going, well, I don't need to have the chat. You're the one who's looking all awkward trying to explain the birds and the bees to the kids. And last night I said, hey, this time it's all you, mate. And okay, Henry's only 7 months old, so we've got a few years yet. But I said to Milko, you're going to be like that dad. You know the dad, the Ford Ranger ad that's been, I think it came out like a year ago. Yeah. I'm like, you're going to be him.
Dad, where do babies come from?
Well, it all starts with the copulatory process, mate. This leads into full fertilization. The uterine wall. Embryo, then into a fetus. Slides down the birth canal, and that's where babies come from.
Oh.
Any questions?
Very good.
Poor little kid was traumatized. So you reckon Milko's going to be like that guy? He's going to be. He's going to go into the full, in-depth detail of what actually happens. The whole lot.
Look, my kids get scared to ask him any questions because it will inevitably, you'll have to sit down for half an hour and get the full everything. Because he's very
scared
scientific.
Of asking him questions. You ask him a really simple question, 45 minutes later you're asleep and he's still talking at you.
That's true.
Don't talk to him about whiskey, and then you're really done.
Henry's got no chance.
It's so true. So, guys, can you give me some tips that I can pass on to him, Damien? I mean, you've got 2 sons. They're teenagers now, so you've had the talk. Give me some tips. What did you do?
Oh, no.
How did you do it?
I'm like Milko. I love science. Okay, that's my background. Science is my background, and I love that. And I did have to talk with the boys, and I sat down and I gave them. I actually drew diagrams. I got a pen and paper. I sat down. Okay, here's blah blah blah. And even afterwards, Eileen was listening from the other room, having a little giggle, giggle and a squirm at the same time. And she said, "Geez, I learned stuff."